Alright, this is going to be a video on what I'm doing to repair, or not repair, I would say fix my VATA7 bag. There's nothing wrong majorly with it. It's just an issue I believe is kind of a safety issue. Haven't gotten to install the mechanism yet on the bike, but anyway, I'm going to go into what the issue was here. If you watched my review, yes, this VATA7, that's the bag it came in. I don't have the box sitting here because really not that important. The problem I have with this is there's a lithium polymer battery attached to this board and stuffed inside of a bag, just laying loose, where the battery can slide back and forth, become impacted by the corners of this, and potentially damage the battery pack. This is the battery pack here. Lithium polymers are known in the RC car world to get minor pokes, damages, whatever, impacts, and catch on fire. It's just the nature of how they work and what happens to them. So rather than have that kind of an issue later on, my attempt to fix this for now is going to be, this is a piece of foam I cut. I just laid it on there. I drew it with a Sharpie. I've got a little slice there for the cord to go into and everything. I bought this roll of, this is double hook and loop. Sorry, it looks all nasty because it's up in on the floor in here. It's double-sided, so anyway, I'm going to get me a piece of this basically to loop around. This will be long enough, so I'm going to make me a couple of these real quick. All of this was done with a simple razor blade, nothing fancy, no fancy tools. I don't have links to this strap anymore. I bought it online, but I can't remember where I bought it. You can buy it, I'm sure, on Amazon as well. But basically that's it. Just going to strap it around. That's going to hold this battery from popping in and out of this foam. If it gets shooken around quite a bit, as you can see, I can shake it a lot. I could do a secondary one just to be sure. And I may throw one right across here too, just to help hold the circuit board in place. Don't really care if it moves around as much. It's not really as big of a deal because it can only move so far with the wiring attached. But again, this is just something that I feel is kind of a necessity for lithium polymer batteries. I'm also going to recommend, if you're charging one of these, charge it outside in your driveway. Charge it out on your back patio. Don't keep it close to the house or anything flammable, just in case. Again, in the RC world, it's well known that lithium polymer batteries can catch on fire. They can even explode sometimes, if overcharged or anything like that. So again, I recommend, not saying their bag's unsafe and don't use it or anything like that. I'm hoping this is a constructive criticism, that they see it, that they make some changes, and incorporate something like this. So maybe sew in an extra pocket here, that the battery fits into. That stops it from sliding around. That way it can only be installed from one side of the zippered pocket. That would make all the difference in the world as well. Anything that basically padded this a little bit more. Their upper pocket here, actually for the charger, has a fur liner. I'm going to use some of this material just like that. And I'm going to actually make me some sleeves to cover the wiring on the inside of this, where the wire, I hope I can get it up high enough you can see it. And basically I'm going to glue some hook and loop right there. That way the wire can get basically forced over and held there all of the time. Same thing for the other side. I don't want this stuff loose where it can accidentally become damaged where something I put into the backpack catches the wire and yanks it out and destroys it, you know, then I'm out my backpack, you know. So these are just some thoughts I have for ways that Vata could possibly improve this product. And again, I'm not trying to bash their product. I'm just attempting to give some constructive criticism and some help to anybody that's currently bought their pack and basically just wants to hopefully make sure it's safe and better. So I found also getting this battery in is kind of a pain in the butt once it's attached like this, but here goes. I'm going to put it in, and then I will put the board on. It's a little bit awkward once the battery's in there because it's pretty stiff, but if you're careful and you work slow, you can get it in there where it needs to be. And again, this on the inside, this pocket does not have fur or anything. It's just the nylon. So now before you do too much more, oops, I forgot to put my strap around this. So I'm going to slide it back up and out real quick. I'm just going to put that right here loosely. That way I can put my board in and get it done. I feel like this should be enough to keep it basically, like I said, moving for now. And maybe Vata will, like I said, see this video. I hope they will. I hope they'll see this and not be, you know, upset that I'm saying something, you know, about their product. Again, that's not my intent to bash them in any way. I mean, I like the idea of extra lights and being safe when I'm riding. This is just an added precaution that I feel is kind of a necessity. You know, and again, I hope somebody finds this useful and, you know, they decide, hey, that's kind of what I need to do too, just to be a little extra safe. That should keep my board, I hope, from sliding out of there. That's just putting a little extra tension on everything. It's going to hold everything in place. And I'll zip that up. There's the final product in the hole. All I did was lay everything out. I measured the approximate width of this pocket, and as you can see, I'm a little short, but I didn't figure it had to be, you know, completely 100% tight, because, you know, it should be good enough once it's not moving around. That should be plenty enough to keep things, you know, where they need to be, more or less. But now it's just one lump, and it's got a little bit of protection to everything. And again, that's my entire goal here, so hope you guys find this useful, and someone, you know, maybe they find a better way. And if you do, hey, let me know in the comments. Because again, I'm by no means a professional at this. Like I said, you could possibly have someone sew this. I just don't have anyone with a sewing machine that could sew this. I already had my wife look at it, and she didn't think she could get the whole bag up there to try and sew the pocket. You know, just split it down the center or something where, you know, it would keep the battery separate. So this is what I came up with, and I hope you guys like that. Oh, and what I was talking about, again, these wires right here, and I'll be taking care of that in another video. I just have to get the material first. So, hope this helps.